In this video, I'm just going to quickly review multiplying by the standard algorithm. So this is something that you should have seen in elementary school, but based on some of the things that I've looked at, some of us are struggling with. We might have not seen it as much last year as we normally would have. So I'm just going to go over a few things. So when we are multiplying multi-digit numbers, so that means numbers that have multiple digits in them, so multiple places, we need to make sure that we multiply all of the numbers by each number in the other number. So for example, if we have 237 times 48, we're going to multiply this 8 times the 7, then the 8 times the 3, which is actually multiplying 8 times 30, and then the 8 times the 2, which is like multiplying 8 times 200. Okay, so what we do is we just do 8 times 7 is 56. So we put the 6 down under the 8, and we are going to regroup that 5. So we then do 8 times 3, which is 24, plus the 5, which is 29. So I put down the 9 and I regroup the 2. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 2 is 18. Okay, now I don't have anywhere else to regroup here, so I just put down the 18 right there. Now we are going to multiply this 4 times 7, the 4 times the 3, and the 4 times the 2. However, since I've moved over one place in my place value, so before I was multiplying by 8, now I'm multiplying by 4 that's in the tens place. So I have to put a 0 as a placeholder here underneath the 6. Okay, now I'm going to do 4 times 7, which is 28. So I'm going to put down the 8 and regroup the 2. I don't need that 5 anymore, so I can cross it out. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 more is 14. I'm going to put down the 4, regroup the 1. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Okay, now I have to add these two numbers together. So I'm going to do 6 plus 0 is 6, 9 plus 8 is 17, 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 4 is 13, and then 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 9 is 11. So my answer to 237 times 48 is 11,376. Okay, so now I want to do an example of a 3 by 3 multiplication because it's going to be pretty much the same, but there's one little difference, and that's important to notice. So we're going to start by doing 2 times 5 is 10. Put down the 0, regroup the 1. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. And then 2 times 1 is 2. So now when I move over to the 4 here, I have to put a 0 as a placeholder, just like I did in the first problem. And then I do 4 times 5 is 20. So I put down the 0, regroup the 2. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 2 is 18. So I put down the 8, regroup the 1. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Okay, so I'm done with the 4 now, and now I need to multiply this 3 in the hundreds place by 5, 3 times 4, 3 times 1. But since I've now moved over 2 places from where I started, I need to put 2 placeholder zeros. Okay, and now I multiply. So I do 3 times 5 is 15. I put down the 5. I regroup the 1. 3 times 4 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. Put down the 3. Regroup the 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 1 is 4. Okay, so now I have 3 numbers to add. So 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 9 plus 0 plus 0 is 9. 2 plus 8 is 10, plus 5 is 15. Regroup regroup that 1. 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 3 is 9, and 4 by itself there. Just keep that 4. We have 49,590 as our answer. Okay, so a couple of things that I've been noticing people forgetting when they've been multiplying. They've been forgetting these placeholder zeros. Okay, we have to put those placeholder zeros when we move to the next number in our place value here when we're multiplying. Okay, another thing that I noticed people doing is, let's say we had 145 times 342. They would just do 2 times 5, and then 4 times 4, and then 3 times 1. And that's not how we multiply. That's how we add. Okay, or subtract. We just add or subtract from the place values, but that's not how we multiply. With multiplication, we have to multiply each number by all of the numbers in the other factor. Okay, so make sure that you do that. So that's it.